Hey you, I'm so glad you're here today. I'm Jenny Prochko from Miles Indigo, and I make videos about spirituality, moon-themed bullet journals, mental health and awareness, journaling prompts, and my story. Today I wanted to share with you my spiritual goals for this year. So let's go ahead and get into my journal and see what I've set for my goals for this year. So for my journal pages this year, I decided to make a flip out version of my spiritual goals. That way I don't have to keep rewriting them every time I do my new moon goal setting. I set goals by the moon every single month, and I have a playlist on how I set up those moon themed bullet journal spreads, and then actually how I use them and how I use them to plan my goals for the lunar month. So let's go ahead and see what I've got for this year. I have my overview for the year over here, and I have the calendar month, and then I also have the moon phases as well. And I have my spiritual goals right here as a flip out, a page that you open up and you can flip it out and you can see this wherever you're at in the journal. So doing it this way is really handy for me because when I was setting my goals for the first new moon of the year on this spread, you can see that I have my goals flipped out and I'm able to easily reference them. So it normally is just like tucked in like that, and then you just flip it out, boom, there you go. You can still reference your goals while you're setting your smaller goals for the month. So I did something a little different with the way that I set my goals and intentions for the year. Instead of I want to accomplish this by blah blah blah, or I want to do this blah blah blah, I wrote them in a way that was present and was kind of like a mantra and just something that I felt like I was already embodying, and writing it this way felt more actionable to me already. So let's go ahead and see what I got. The first one that I have here is I let go of my solitude. I tend to be a little bit of a hermit crab, and I'm an introvert, and I'm also a Cancer, so I just want to stay in my shell and in my home, and I never want to go out. I'm such a homebody, and I don't want to go anywhere, and that's kind of become a little bit of a problem. So I want to release that solitude and let go of it, and that's one of the things that I'm working on this year. I embody calmness and love. I am dedicated to healing my mental health with oils, good fats, and good veggie carbs. I nourish myself with plants, oil, water, yoga in its various forms, spirituality, and techless bedtime. I am fully integrated with my dream self. I embody my spiritual yoga practice in its various forms, learning the history of yoga, breath work, meditation practices, stretches, poses, yoga flows. And then I have two lists here. I have a list for what I'm learning and for what I'm reading. I'm learning the spiritual side of yoga. I'm learning to reinvigorate my apothecary with foraging. I'm learning composting. I'm learning oils and good fats for brain health and longevity. I'm reading John Muir's collected works, House Magic, Hatha Yoga, and the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. So some of these books you will see book reviews from me as the year goes on, like House Magic. I have really enjoyed this so far. I mentioned this in my last video, and you'll see a book review from me coming up really soon once I finish this book. So if you want to check out my other book reviews, I'll go ahead and leave a link up above and down below so you can check those out. So those are my spiritual goals for this year. I have some physical health intentions and some body health intentions and some mental health intentions. I have spoke about this before on my channel. I have depression and anxiety, and every once in a while PTSD just really hits me hard. I've seen a doctor, and I have the support of my doctor, my therapist, and my husband and my family, and they help me through the really hard days. And it's difficult some days, and I have goals for my mental health. So I am currently on medication, and I would like to eventually get off of medication with the approval and support of my doctor. This year I'm trying a way of eating. I don't want to say diet because it's not like I'm doing this to lose weight, even though I could stand to lose the weight. It's not why I'm doing it. I'm doing this new way of eating to promote better brain function. And I've been doing some research, and it seems like good oils and good fats and a low carb way of eating can help mental health. It should help with anxiety, mental health. It should help the synapses fire in your brain better. And these diets that I've been looking into also actually help with Alzheimer's and with elderly adults and their longevity and their brain function. So that is what I'm looking for, and that's what I'm going to be trying this year. And my mental health is very important to my spiritual health as well, because if my mental health is not sound, then my spirituality just tanks. I turn into a very dark place, and it's like my spirit is just zapped out of me, and it sucks. It's terrible. So for me, mental health and stability is a part of my spiritual practice, along with all of these other things. I'd love to know in the comments down below what your spiritual goals are for this year. Is it something as simple as finishing a book in the religion that you follow, or learning about other religions that are out there? Or is it starting a daily meditation practice or a daily yoga practice? Or is it sitting in nature, or sitting with your pets, or tending to your plants? What is your spiritual goal for this year? I would love to know in the comments down below. You can find me over on Instagram at alzindigo. That's where I am most. Or over on alzindigo.com, where I share weekly spirituality tips, writing and journaling prompts, little tidbits about the moon and how to move through the lunar cycle with your goal setting, mental health and awareness, and my story. I'm so grateful that you chose to spend your time here with me today. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.